Hi, welcome to the Pur'N'Kleen podcast, episode number 1. My name is Rommel Rico, and today we're going to talk about this podcast. Hey everybody, Rommel here from Pur'N'Kleen. Let's talk about this podcast. The first episode is just me talking about what you're going to get, who I am, and why I'm doing it. So basically, the Pur'N'Kleen podcast doesn't have much of a plan other than I wanted to have a short, right to the point, no fluff or speculation, repository of knowledge for all things business in Star Citizen. I noticed that the vast majority of Star Citizen content is either focused on the news, which is already covered, or is riddled with speculation about game mechanics that haven't been implemented yet. I know I want to focus on the business side of the verse, so I wanted to research a bunch of businesses topic for my own organization. And since I'm already researching them, why not release a free weekly podcast with this information that could also serve as a jumping point for people to learn about the Pur'N'Kleen org. Although Pur'N'Kleen is a name stolen from the Expanse series of books, which is really good if you haven't seen it, this is not really a role-playing podcast. What I will try to discuss in this podcast is real-life business knowledge as it relates to the Star Citizen universe. Occasionally, I may plug products and services offered by my organization or some of our fleet activities, but that will probably not be very often. This will mostly be a weekly, concise, well-researched podcast about running a business in the world of Star Citizen. So, to give you an example of what you will hear if you subscribe to the podcast, here are some topics I will be covering in the next few weeks. I plan on doing some episodes on operations management, things like what makes a good fleet operation in Star Citizen, managing and understanding business processes, what it means to operate in a lean fashion, supply chain management, that kind of stuff. And I also plan on covering what exactly we know about fuel in Star Citizen. That will probably be episode number 2. We will have some episodes about planning and what it means to plan a fleet operation and all the steps involved in that. We will have an episode on good questions to ask before you join a new organization. It's kind of like a job, right? So you better have good questions for the organization as well. Those are just some examples. So I guess now I get to talk a little bit about myself. Like I said, my name is Rommel. I'm the founder of the Pur'N'Kleen organization in Star Citizen. I'm a 28-year-old software engineer from San Diego, California, and a veteran of online gaming. Before deciding to start my own organization and podcast, I actually tried to join an org myself, but I found that many organizations were either too structured, too big, too loosely organized, or too broadly defined. So I happen to believe that an organization that wants to do everything will be good at nothing, essentially. So I decided to start my own organization that is very niche, very focused, and I'm doing it with my family and friends, and of course members of the community are welcome to join. A little bit about the podcast. This podcast will be playing to my strengths. I am not really the outgoing, loud extrovert type like some of the YouTube personalities that are already doing Star Citizen content. If that's your thing, then props to you. That will never be me. What I am, however, is an analytical person who likes to present information in a way that is both actionable and relatable. I will be focusing on the technical and the how to do things. I will get occasionally excited about the specifics of how things work and how you can do them. And not just speculation, which a lot of channels, they tend to go on the speculation side, like what if Star Citizen does this and that. Instead, I will be on the specifics of what you can do with what we know. And anyway, I hope that gives you an idea of the podcast and what kind of person I am. I hope you like what I have to say and that you got a good idea of what this podcast is about. My plan is that these episodes will be useful not just to me, but to anyone who wants to work or run a business organization in Star Citizen. I am always looking for ideas for future episodes, so really, if there's something you'd like me to research and cover in this podcast, please let me know in the comments below. I promise to reply to you. That's all I have to say about Pur'N'Kleen for now. The Pur'N'Kleen podcast is a free Star Citizen podcast aimed at tackling the business side of the verse. It is available every Monday, but you can also get it ahead of time in written form by signing up for the newsletter, which is available in the show notes. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're looking for a business-oriented organization, please do check us out at pur'n'kleen.com.